Hi, welcome to my Utopia. I'm Mara. Today is November 7th. I had VSG surgery on August 15th by Dr. David Newman of Central Carolina Surgery in Greensboro, North Carolina. My high weight was 300 pounds. My surgery date weight was 250 pounds. My weight today is 212 pounds. My surgeon's goal weight is 180, and my personal goal weight is probably 140 to 180, depending on where my body gets and where it stops. So today, I wanted to tell you about my eating habits. So I recorded everything that I ate for a week. Which I'd never completely done before, even though, we're told to, because it helps keep us on track and it helps keep us figuring out how much protein and how much liquids and everything that we're getting. In 7 days, I ate 22 slices of bacon. I ate 16 ounces of cheese, 22 ounces of desserts, 24 ounces of meat, 20 ounces of vegetable, including a delicious artichoke pie, which I'm going to put in the part where I can put comments about the video because it is delicious and it is high fat and low to no carbs. So I ate 6.5 pounds of food in a week, and I drank 427 ounces of liquid, which is coffee, tea, and water. As for desserts, I think I mentioned before that I like to bake, and I've been baking a lot of sugar-free things. And today I'm going to show you one of the things that I made. Hopefully it won't make anybody not feel good. I don't know. They're chocolate chip cookies with coconut and pecans. They are made with almond flour and stevia sweetened chocolate chips, and they're sweetened with erythritol. There's a cookie. Delicious little cookie. Anyway, so I ate maybe a serving of this is like 2 cookies. You may also notice that I have sporting a different hair color today. New week, new hair color, basically. Whenever it fades, I just put another one on top of it. So when I colored this, it was very, very light turquoise with purple streaks with green underneath that and blue somewhere mixed in. So I put green on top of that. And this color, which I just did yesterday, which matches my glasses amazingly, is called Electric Lizard, and it's by Manic Panic. It's just a paste that you can put on and it's supposed to wash off within, 5 to 35 washes. But for me, I've never used this particular brand. I had used another brand, and it lasts for 3 to 4 months, except for the ones with reds in it, like purples. Purples fade out pretty fast. So this past weekend, I probably did more than I have done in weeks since before the surgery. And we went out to dinner, and I had a hamburger with no bun and a side of beets with goat cheese on them. I finished my hamburger, but I didn't finish anything else. And I found out that pickled things give me heartburn, which I had never had that problem before. So after that, we went to a clay date, which is that we went and we made, we're supposed to make birdhouses, but we made candle holders, which we'll get back in a few weeks, and I'll show them to you because they could be kind of cool. It's kind of fun just to do that date. So that was Friday night, and then Saturday we went to a farmer's market. We went to pick up my husband's car. We went to a flea market. We went to a health fair and got a lot of swag. And then we went to Dave & Buster's, which is a game playing place. So we played a bunch of games and like skee ball and trivia games and won a bunch of tickets and got to trade that in for silly little things. And I think we were there for a couple of hours. This is right after we'd gone to all the other things. Sunday, we went to go see Dr. Strange, and then right after that we went to a cheese festival, which we got to go in and try like 50 different kinds of cheeses from local dairies, which was cool because I love cheese, as you could tell, because I ate 16 ounces of cheese in a week. Then I had a meeting with some people in the neighborhood, and then we just took it easy for the rest of the night. We were going to go see another movie because our local place was playing Princess Bride, but it was kind of late, and with the time change yesterday, we were kind of both tired and everything that we were doing. But the good news is that even with all that stuff that we did, and we walked around the mall, we went shopping as well. I forgot about that part. That I didn't really get tired. I got to play with Greyhound rescue puppies, and a lot of fun stuff. You may not be able to see in this light because I have a lot of lights, but I can actually feel my collarbone, and sometimes see it. Okay, you're not gonna be able to see it, but went to the thrift store also on Thursday and bought some new to me jeans in the size that I wear now, which is still an 18. Yeah, obviously depending on brand and everything, because women's sizes, what the hell, they don't make any freaking sense. Okay, and I bought a couple of sweaters because we're going up north for the holidays, and yeah, we've been living in North Carolina for 16, 17 years now, and we don't really get up north very often, and when we do, we don't go during the winter, so this is going to be an interesting experience to see just how cold it will be compared to what we're used to, because we're used to winter being, 50, 60, that's pretty cold. I mean, it snows here like once a year maybe. Last year it snowed 3 days out of the whole winter, and the city just shut down. No one went to work, no one did anything. We don't have snowplows. So, yeah, fun times. Really looking forward to going on a plane. I haven't been on a plane for, it's probably been a year. Yeah, I think it's been like a year. And I'm going to see what it's like to be on the plane. The last time I think I was on a plane, I did not have to get a belt extender, but it was really, really tight. I mean, I probably should have gotten a belt extender. I don't have any problem with asking for a belt extender, but I was like, I'll just see if it'll fit. And it clicked, so good enough, right? If you click it, you don't get the ticket. Confidence is one of the things I wanted to talk about. So I have been overweight my entire life, essentially, since I was like 3 years old. And I hit obese when I was in college. So when I was in high school, I was probably obese because I was over 200 pounds. I don't really remember exactly how much. Over 200 pounds. I got down to 180 my junior/senior year, and thought that was great. And then when I hit college, I went back up and eventually got up to 280, which is what I normally was. And then when I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS, I was at 300 pounds. And once I was put on glucophage, or metformin as it's called, which is a diabetic medicine to regulate my insulin resistance, then I went back down to 180. And even when I was exercising and going to the gym 3-4 days a week for 2-3 hours at a time, I only lost 10 to 15 pounds, and I gained it right back as soon as I had to stop exercising. I don't view my weight as a hindrance. I have never viewed my weight as a hindrance as far as dealing with people, or being dealt with by people, I guess you could say, because my feeling is that if you were thin and you got heavier, like you were thin in your high school, college, post-college, before you had kids, whatever your line is, and then you got heavy, you remember what it is to be dealt with at like a thin person or an average sized person, and that may bother you. But for me, because I was overweight since I was a small child, I really don't have any memories before being overweight. People have always just dealt with me as I am. I have had a confidence issue in the past dealing with abandonment, neglect, abuse, things like that. So it's not like I've always been confident entirely, but I have always been very outspoken, not shy. I stood out as long as I can remember. I've stood out from a crowd. When I was in elementary school, I stood out because I was the tallest girl in my class and the class older than me. I was probably the tallest girl between from when I was in 3rd grade up into, and then the next tallest girl was in 6th grade. So there was a big difference. So I used, and I was big, and I mean muscular. I've said this before. I am quite muscular and have naturally been muscular. So I used my size to help protect smaller children. If I was on the playground and I saw some of the bigger kids picking on the little kids, then I would go over there and, well, beat the crap out of the bigger kids. Because when you're in, like, say, 5th grade and you're picking on a 2nd or 1st grader, then you deserve to have the crap beat out of you. That's my feeling. When I was in junior high school, I decided that I was going to be the first girl in my class to have a mohawk. So I did that for a couple of years. Spiked hair. And then when I was in high school, rather, I keep jumping ahead. I was the first person, actually, I think, in my high school to go what was later referred to as goth. I dyed my hair black. I wore all black. I did pale makeup. I mean, I don't have to go that much paler. And black eyeliner and eyeshadow and everything, and black lips, and yeah, totally goth. No, have no problem standing out like that. I have no problem speaking in front of a crowd. I have no problem going up and talking to total strangers. Sometimes I can be shy, but in most cases, I have no problem with talking to anybody. And I've never really felt like people discriminated against me because of that. Because my feeling was, if I didn't discriminate against myself, then what does anybody have to then discriminate against me for? I mean, if I am just standing up there and saying, this is who I am, take it or leave it, I mean, where are people going to go with that? And I know I'm different than some people. I know that, some people are shy, some people are introverted, and that they don't like any of those things that I just talked about. And it has nothing to do with their size. It has to do with their personality. Yeah, that goes back to me, like, telling everyone that I've had surgery. I mean, I put it out there on YouTube, obviously. I put it out there on Facebook. I told my friends, I told my family, I told neighbors, I told my neighbors to tell neighbors that I didn't talk to. Okay, you get the idea. I have no problem telling anybody because I have nothing to be ashamed of. I had my surgery for health reasons. I did not have them for vanity reasons. But having them, if you have surgery because you want to look better, because you want to be sexy, that's your choice. I don't really feel like I am getting the benefits of that. I'm sure that to some people I probably look better. I mean, people have told me that. You look so good, you look so much better. But, like, I feel I was pretty darn sexy anyway. So what does it matter what size I am? Because sexiness is a lot of it is just your internal feelings about yourself and the way you carry yourself. And, a lot of it can be faked. If you put on a smile in front of assholes and you're like, with the attitude that I really don't care what you think about me, those assholes generally are like, well, let's go find someone else with lower self-esteem to deal with. Anyway, I hope everyone's well. Hope things are going well for everyone. If you have any comments or questions, please put them in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to me, whatever you like. And I look forward to talking to you. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.